Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves for a historic clash of ideologies. Yes, as two titans converge on the global stage. Tonight, in the arena of ideas, we bring you an exclusive face-off between the unyielding perspectives of Tucker Carlson and the enigma that is the Russian leader, Vladimir Putin. In a world where words can reshape destinies, prepare for a riveting exchange that transcends borders, challenging preconceptions. That was a good word, thank you. And igniting the flame of discourse. Welcome to the showdown of minds where future hangs in the effing balance. Yes, I am a horse girl. Welcome to the freaking welcome to the revolution. What's up, guys? Welcome to the Derek O'Shea Show. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Let's just get a little palate cleanser. Willie in the house on Rumble. Smash that like button if you do not mind. I would greatly appreciate it. I got Rumble chat up. I got YouTube chat up as well. Say hello. Let me know your thoughts. Let's get a little palate cleanser before this interview gets started. And I will be checking on his Twitter page consistently.
Former Fox News personality Tucker Carlson is in Moscow, and the Kremlin confirms he has just conducted an interview with Vladimir Putin.
Putin talks to an American friend. The Russian president turning to right-wing conspiracy theorist Tucker Carlson.
We're in Moscow tonight.
Tucker Carlson just landed a big exclusive interview. Russian dictator Vladimir Putin, and he's getting slammed for it. Sleeping with the enemy goes this headline. And this is Tucker Carlson a Putin pawn.
Tucker loves Russia. Russia loves Tucker.
Putin clearly wants to speak to an American right-wing audience, so he's using Tucker Carlson to get the message out.
What does that tell you about Tucker Carlson and right-wing media and also Vladimir Putin?
Well, it shows me what I think we've all known. He's what's called a useful idiot. I mean, if you actually read translations of...
A useful idiot by interviewing someone. Oh, the audacity coming from the mouth of a Clinton. It's just unreal. It's freaking unreal.
What's being said on Russian media, they make fun of him.
And so, while Putin sees no benefit in sitting down for an interview with a journalist, he does see benefit from a conversation with Carlson.
Actually, Tucker, you are not in journalism. A long time ago, sure, but these days, you've been in the propaganda business.
He is not a journalist.
These days, you've been in the propaganda business, unlike us at MSNBC. God. These people are so cringe.
He is not someone that you need to take seriously. In fact, he's someone who there would be no reason to take him seriously, so he cannot be held liable for the things that he says. So to try to couch what he's doing right now as supposedly being about journalism is absolutely ridiculous.
But Tucker Carlson is going to be there and be the journalist that none of us are.
And I say, yeah, journalist in quotes.
Yes.
Am I allowed to say his name?
Yes,
His name is Tucker Carlson, and he is the only...
He's like Voldemort. Can I say my name? Stupid.
American journalist who has been able to interview Putin.
$2 super chat from Willie. I can't even remember an interview I was this excited. Dude, I am so excited about this interview as well. Of course. I couldn't help. I was like, I'm not going live to this interview gets posted.
Since the invasion in 2022.
Let's check his Twitter right now.
Tucker Carlson is not a journalist. Not even close.
Okay, it's not up
Why
yet.
he's doing this interview now? Obviously, for the Kremlin, it makes sense. If they want to talk, it's a friendly voice. But we will keep trying our best to actually commit journalism.
Some of us, Tucker, have already decided. You are literally the worst media figure imaginable to be doing an interview with Russia's Vladimir Putin. You have no journalistic credibility. None.
I mean, he's like a puppy dog. You know, he somehow has, after having been fired from so many outlets in the United States, I would not be surprised if he emerged.
Fired from the outlets. God. Yeah, why would he get fired from the outlets? I can't even imagine. Flowers, what's up? Kind of Kind of a threat from Hillary, since we know the communists are useful idiots. Honestly, it was kind of a threat, wasn't it? Come on. Well, at least I think his page is probably not it's probably on one right now. Oh.
The following is an interview with the president of Russia, Vladimir.
All right. Are you guys excited? I'm excited as well. Let's watch this together. Oh man, get in the chat. Let me know your preconceived biases before we watch this. Let me know your biases going into this.
Is an interview with the president of Russia, Vladimir Putin, shot February 6, 2024 at about 7 p.m. in the building behind us, which is, of course, the Kremlin. The interview, as you will see if you watch it, is primarily about the war in progress, the war in Ukraine, how it started, what's happening, and most pressingly, how it might end. One note before you watch. At the beginning of the interview, we asked the most obvious question, which is, why did you do this? Did you feel a threat, an imminent physical threat? And that's your justification. And the answer we got shocked us. Putin went on for a very long time, probably half an hour, about the history of Russia going back to the 8th century. And honestly, we thought this was a filibustering technique and found it annoying and interrupted him several times. And he responded he was annoyed by the interruption. But we concluded in the end, for what it's worth, that it was not a filibustering technique. There was no time limit on the interview. We ended it after more than 2 hours. Instead, what you're about to see seemed to us sincere, whether you agree with it or not. Vladimir Putin believes that Russia has a historic claim to parts of Western Ukraine. So our opinion would be to view it in that light, as a sincere expression of what he thinks. And with that, here it is. Mr. President, thank you. On February 22nd, 2022, you addressed your country in a nationwide address when the conflict in Ukraine started. And you said that you were acting because you had come to the conclusion that the United States, through NATO, might initiate a, quote, surprise attack on our country. And to American ears, that sounds paranoid. Tell us why you believe the United States might strike Russia out of the blue. How did you conclude that?
It's not that America, the United States, was going to launch a surprise strike on Russia. I didn't say that. Are we having a talk show or a serious conversation?
Here's the quote. Thank you. It's a formidable, serious talk.
Because your basic education is in history, as far as I understand.
Yes.
So if you don't mind, I will take only 30 seconds or 1 minute to give you a short reference to history for giving you a little historical background.
Please.
Let's look where our relation.
Don't you guys love how, like, when people are talking in different languages, how choppy it feels and feels like not real? Sometimes you're just like, is this real or not?
Relationship with Ukraine started from? Where did Ukraine come from? The Russian state started gathering itself as a centralized statehood, and it is considered to be the year of the establishment of the Russian state in 862, when the townspeople of Novgorod invited a Varangian prince, Rurik, from Scandinavia to reign.
We are going back.
In 1862, Russia celebrated the 1000th anniversary of its statehood. And in Novgorod, there is a memorial dedicated to the 1000th anniversary of the country. In 882, Rurik's successor, Prince Oleg, who was actually playing the role of regent at Rurik's young son, because Rurik had died by that time, came to Kiev. He ousted two brothers who apparently had once been members of Rurik's squad. So Russia began to develop with two centers of power, Kiev and Novgorod. The next very significant date in the history of Russia was 988. This was the baptism of Russia. when Prince Vladimir, the great-grandson of Rurik, baptized Russia and adopted Orthodoxy, or Eastern Christianity. From this time, the centralized Russian state began to strengthen. Why? Because of the single territory, integrated economic ties, one and the same language, and, after the baptism of Russia, the same faith and rule of the prince. The centralized Russian state began to take shape. Back in the Middle Ages, Prince Yaroslav the Wise introduced the order of succession to a throne.
Tucker's like...
But after he passed away, it became complicated for various reasons. The throne was passed not directly from father to eldest son, but from the prince who had passed away to his brother, then to his sons in different lines. All this led to the fragmentation and the end of Rus as a single state.
Willie says Putin's boring us already. I forgot the question.
There was nothing special about
Me too.
it. The same was happening then in
He's
Europe.
lulling us to sleep.
But the fragmented Russian state became an easy prey to the empire created earlier by Genghis Khan.
Shout out to Genghis
His
Khan.
successors, namely Batu Khan, came to Rus, plundered and ruined nearly all the cities. The southern part, including Kiev, by the way, and some other cities, simply lost independence, while northern cities preserved some of their sovereignty. They had to pay tribute to the horde, but they managed to preserve some part of their sovereignty. And then a unified Russian state began to take shape with its center in Moscow. The southern part of Russian lands, including Kiev, began to gradually gravitate towards another magnet, the center that was emerging in Europe. This was the Grand Duchy of Lithuania. It was even called the Lithuanian-Russian Duchy, because Russians were a significant part of this population. They spoke the old Russian language and were Orthodox. But then there was a unification, the union of the Grand Duchy of Lithuania and the Kingdom of Poland. A few years later, another union was signed, but this time already in the religious sphere. Some of the Orthodox priests became subordinate to the Pope. Thus, these lands became part of the Polish-Lithuanian state. During decades, the Poles were engaged in Polonization of this part of the population. They introduced their language there, tried to entrench the idea that this population was not exactly Russians, that because they lived on the fringe.
What are we talking about in this interview so far? I am genuinely bored out of my mind. It is so tempting to fast forward it.
They were Ukrainians. Originally, the word Ukrainian meant that a person was living on the outskirts of the state, along the fringes, or was engaged in a border patrol service. It didn't mean any particular ethnic group. So the Poles were trying to, in every possible way, to colonize this part of the Russian lands, and actually treated it rather harshly, not to say cruelly. All that led to the fact that this part of the Russian lands began to struggle for their rights.
1 hour later, seriously.
They wrote letters to Warsaw demanding that their rights be observed and people be commissioned here, including to Kiev.
I beg your pardon, can you tell us?
I beg your pardon, what are we talking about right now? Like, are you giving us an entire history lesson right now? What is happening, dude? God. I mean, I love it. Don't get me wrong.
What period? I'm losing track of where in history we are. The Polish oppression.
Same. So far, I think that is the quote of the interview. I'm losing track of what's happening.
It wasn't the
Putin is establishing rich history to justify his defending. Yeah, I understand. I understand what he's doing, but I'm a dumb American and my brain is full of mush and I can't comprehend sitting slow talking stuff. I need the TikTok clicks.
13th century.
Вот. В 13 веке. Это было в 13 веке. Значит, и...
Now I will tell you what happened later.
И назову даты, чтобы не было путаницы.
And give the dates so that there is no confusion.
В 1600...
And in 1654, even a bit earlier,
чуть раньше даже, люди, которые контролировали власть,
the people who were in control of the authority over that part of the Russian lands
чтобы присылали к ним
addressed Warsaw, I repeat, demanding that they send them to rulers of Russian origin and Orthodox faith. When Warsaw did not answer them, and in fact rejected their demands, they turned to Moscow, so that Moscow took them away.
Чтобы вы не думали, что я что-то придумал.
So that you don't think that I'm inventing things. I'll give you these documents.
Well, it doesn't sound like you're inventing it. I'm not sure why it's relevant to what happened 2 years ago.
But still,
документы из архива.
these are documents from the archives, copies.
Здесь письма на Богдана.
Oh, you are right, Queen. All right, it looks like they are not happy about playing these live. I guess I have to get this off. I'm so sorry. I just was like going through online everywhere, and it looks like it's a no-go on YouTube. Okay, yay. God, I thought this was gonna be fun. No, Tucker. Tucker, come on, bruh. I'll give you the money, dude. I'll freaking give you the money. Like, I'm not gonna make any money off this. I don't make anything from temporary blocked. I figured this would happen. Son of a bitch. Alright, guys. They're gonna hit me for copyright crap. Sorry, I wanted to do this live. Sorry, I'm sure I'm still live on Rumble. I'm sure I'm still live on Rumble. Alright. God, what a waste. God. First the Daily Wire, now this? You know what I mean? It's like, what is happening, man? They're killing us. Shut down by the fakes on YouTube, freaking FBI. I mean, it's right here. It's I'm sorry, guys. I wanted this to be really fun, and I thought we'd be able to do this kind of stuff. But no. Yeah, stream taken down. I think I'm back. I'm still not online. Whatever. Well, Willie, it's okay, bro. Hey, I appreciate that, man. That means a lot. You know, we tried. We tried, Willie. We truly tried. Let's just sit in the moment and just, pass it.
In the Caucasus.
All right. You knew better. I didn't. I didn't know. If I would have known Tucker, I would have never done it. I swear on my. I wonder if it's just because he hasn't posted on his X yet. Maybe the minute it gets posted on X first, he's probably trying to make money off of it, which I don't blame him. If you have the most exclusive interview in the world and the only way people can access it is going to your website, I get it. You're trying to but I'm a paying member. I subscribe to this network already. I don't know if you guys know to do that as well, but I already freaking subscribe to this network. It's like, if you subscribe, you should be able to watch it. Nope. Whatever. This was fun. Willie, I appreciate you for just stopping by. I appreciate the $2 super chat as well, man. It means a lot to me, brother. I hope you have a freaking wonderful rest of your day. I will be live early in the morning for the morning show. Look out for that. I'm going to start going live more often. I've been doing a lot of soul searching. And I'm trying to have a fun morning show. Maybe the Deep State doesn't want anyone showing it on YouTube. Maybe it's but it maybe is Tucker Carlson doing it to himself. Let's see if anybody else is live streaming. Like, how's this guy? Like, This guy still has it.
И вместо Данцига появился.
This guy has 1.9 million subscribers, 40,000 people watching.
Still big.
How? Whatever. All right, guys. All good. See you soon. Hey, Will.